Hi everyone, it's Renee. I'm live. I thought I would tell you about a story of what happened to me this weekend about me getting lost while I was on my run. I'm Renee Hansen. I'm a wife, a mom of 3 kids. They are very busy and have full throttle schedules. I work full-time outside the house. I have very little time to myself. I am currently training for my second half marathon. And I just thought I would tell you this story that happened to me this weekend where I got really lost. And it brought a lot of thoughts to my head on what was going on and how it can be so relatable to our lives and everything that happens to us, that even though I was like physically lost, like really lost, I feel like that just relates to where we are sometimes in our heads, in our minds, with business, with personal, with family, with jobs. It relates to so many different things. So I went out for a run on a new trail that I had never been on before. A friend had recommended it to me and I was really excited to try something new. And I got out there and I'm like, this is fun. In fact, my first mile when I got out there, I was running at a pace that I normally don't even run at all. I mean, I was running a full minute faster. And I'm going up and down hills and through trees and woods, and it's beautiful. And it's twisty and turny, and there's roadblocks. Like literally when I say roadblocks, I mean there's literally like gates blocking the direction you can go. So you have to go another direction. And there's twists and turns and there's forks in the road, and you're like, I don't know which one to take. I've never been here before. I had no idea what the trail looked like. But it was neat, and I trusted my friend. I know she wouldn't guide me down a wrong road. But literally I got out into an opening. I came upon a gravel road and I didn't know where to go. Like I didn't know which trail to take. And I just feel like in our lives, as we're going down these twists and turns and over hills and forks in the road and trying to figure out which direction to go, like that happens to us in life all the time. I know I'm getting kind of deep here for some people, but it does. It just happens to us. We're trying to figure out, what direction am I supposed to go? Oh, thanks for liking. Hi, Danny Mae. But while I was on this run, I was just trying to figure out, where do I go? So I started going down this bridge. And I'm like, this just doesn't feel right. You know, when you get those feelings in your gut and you're just like, this doesn't feel quite right. So I didn't completely cross the bridge. And I turned around the other direction and I stopped at a crossroads. And you know when you're lost and somebody just kind of magically appears? Well, this guy out of nowhere in a pickup, I mean, I'm really in the country on gravel roads, and this guy in a pickup comes along and he's like, are you lost or are you exercising? And I said to him, I'm both. But I've got my GPS, I've got my phone, so I'm okay, I'm good. Like it can guide me, I can figure out where I'm going. I said, I'm trying to get to this park. And he's like, you can't get to that park. But if you want to go there, it's this direction and then take a right and then keep going down the bend. Well, first of all, he completely told me I couldn't get there. And I'm thinking, dude, I need to run a long run here. So I'm pretty sure I can get there. So people along the way will come and give you directions, but they don't believe in you. And that was like a huge epiphany to me when I was on this run, like huge. Like people will give you directions and they'll tell you which direction to go, but they really don't believe you can even get there. That was frustrating. And I didn't realize that he said that until way later in my run, that I was like, he didn't even believe I could do this. I'm like, dude, I need to go on a long run. I'm gonna get there. And it turns out I did get there. I never physically got to the park, but I got to the distance of where the park was located. And I just have to say that was frustrating, but it was also an epiphany that, isn't it funny how when you're lost, people will come and guide you, but sometimes you need to think about what advice they're giving you. And I should have done a little bit more research. I should have looked at my GPS before I actually took off down the direction he was going. In this whole scheme of things, I should have done more research before I started. And I feel like in life, that is so relatable, right? We need to research it just a little bit before you get started, because you might take you down the wrong path. So as I was going along, I was running and I was doing fine and I felt great. I had reached my, I think, 6th or 7th mile, and I'm like, all right, I kind of cannot, I can't find my path. Like, I can't find the path that I'm supposed to be back on. But I was coming back the direction to my vehicle. And sometimes we're going down the right, we're moving forward, okay? So sometimes we're moving forward, but we're not on the right path. And that's exactly what was happening to me. And that's when fear set in. And I was thinking, oh crap, what do I do now? That's when you question. You question yourself in everything that you're doing, and you think, should I quit? Should I keep going? Should I ask for help? Should I call somebody? I mean, I could have called somebody and they could have come to pick me up. Should I notify someone and let them know I'm lost? I mean, all these things were going through my head, but I just kept putting one foot in front of the other. I just kept going. I didn't have to. I could have stopped and picked up the phone and quit right then. But what I noticed and what I realized was that if I quit then, I would have put all these miles behind me. All that work that I just put in would, I mean, I know it was still a good 7 miles run, but all of the things that I put behind me would be gone. And I related that to life and projects and work and personal, and if you quit everything that, and health and fitness and food and nutrition, if you quit while you just got started or you're a little bit lost along the way, you leave behind all the work you already put in. So that's why I thought, okay, I'm gonna keep going forward, because I could see on my GPS was telling me I was going the right direction. But the path that I thought I was supposed to be on, like I thought I was supposed to be on over here, when in reality I found out my path was over here. Like I thought I was supposed to be west and I needed to go east. I was so wrong. I was so far off from the direction I wanted to go, but I just kept moving forward. I had to stop and listen and look around, take in my surroundings. I enjoyed the journey. I was enjoying the journey. I was kind of enjoying the feeling of being lost, because all of these things that I'm sharing with you is what went through my head. It was kind of an epiphany of keep going. It's okay to keep going. Don't quit. And you're gonna feel scared and you're gonna have fear set in. In fact, when I was running, I literally screamed at one point when I was going through the woods, because I thought I saw a gargantuan snake like this big, like a snake that big would be in Iowa, right? And it wasn't a snake, it was a tree, but I screamed and I jumped. Hi, Michelle, so great to see you on here. But I thought I would just share with you that so many things fear sets in, and we don't want to keep moving. And I almost was paralyzed, and I almost tripped and fell, and my daughter just walked in the door with the dog. But then you'll see, as you're going along your way, you'll see a landmark, or you'll see something off in the distance that you can just barely reach. You can feel you can barely reach this, which I feel like can be your ultimate goal, right? You can barely reach it, you can barely touch it, but you can see it, you can dream it, you see it out there. And so when I was out there walking, I was at like the 150th mile marker, or excuse me, I was at 150th Street and I needed to go to 130th Street. And that's 2 miles in country speak on a gravel road. And I thought, are you kidding me? I had been out here for like already over 12 miles. I mean, by this time I'm walking, okay? So in the beginning of projects, goals, dreams, you're excited and you're running those first 7-8 miles, and then you hit the 10th mile and you kind of slow down. Things start to drag and so many different things set in. Like I say, fear, you question yourself, you're on the wrong path, but you're moving forward. And you might be moving a little bit slower than you want to be, but that's where I was. I was at 150th Street, I needed to get to 130th Street. And I can see it out in the distance, and I tell you what, it took forever to get there. And then while I was getting there, there were cars coming at me, and mind you, I'm on a gravel road, which is like a gravel road here in Iowa is like dirt, pebbles, very, very dusty. So I'm trying to get to this landmark, and people are literally blowing dust in my face. I mean, And I'm thirsty, I'm tired, I'm scared, I'm hungry, I'm ready to reach my end destination, but I still have to work a little bit harder. And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Just get me to my car. I finally reached the 130th Street and I'm on the interstate now. And while I'm on the interstate, there are cars, semis buzzing past me, and I'm just trying to protect myself just to get to my car. And if some of you saw the video, you can see me saying, my car. It was like so happy for me to see my vehicle. I was so thirsty. And I reached my end goal, but nobody else was celebrating with me. Nobody else really was there with me saying, yay. And I feel like we do that with our goals too. Like you reach your goal, you reach your accomplishment, you reach your end point, and you're the one that has to celebrate with yourself. But you still feel successful because I look back on everything that I did 14.5 miles later. I actually felt great the next day. I wasn't sore. My feet hurt a little bit, but it was just a great journey that I felt I wanted to share with you all because I think it really, really relates to reaching goals and trying to reach your dreams and pushing along the way and all of the challenges and fears and struggles that come with it. So I challenge you all to go out there and reach some goals, dream big, try to reach some really big goals that you can push forward, and don't quit, don't stop, challenge yourself and face your fears. All right, thanks guys. I see some of you commenting, you need to get a Nathan Hydro Pack. Yeah, I have no idea what that is, but I'm sure I probably should have had some water with me. But 10 miles was not that big a deal. Thanks for, I'm really appreciative of you guys commenting. Oh, thanks, Michelle. You too. I really wish I could have seen you this week. I was so bummed. I had to be some other places for work, but I would really love to be with a bunch of all of you all in Nashville. But I'm going to take off now, and thank you guys for listening. I thought it was a great message to share and really relatable to a lot of people that we can always be scared and on the wrong path, but if you keep moving forward, you will reach your end destination. All right, I'm going to take off. Thanks. Bye.